A long time ago, in January 2020, a dumb bitch once said,
2019 was fantastic. I want to make 2020 even better. And by creating more content for you guys, that's just one step ahead. So yay, let's make 2020 amazing.
Girl, you did not accomplish this year. Be honest with yourself, Gabby, please. Hey, what's up? It's Gabriella. Welcome back to my beauty coma. Guys, Happy New Year and Happy 2021. We are finally moving along and stepping away and forgetting about 2020. We all know what went down. But for me, my mental health in 2020 has definitely been the best it's ever been. I started therapy, I got closer with my family, I started realizing my worth and what my true interests and hobbies are. So yeah, you know, it wasn't that bad after all. It's January, you know what time it is. It is time for Gabriella's 2020 Faves and Flops. So if you are new here, I have been doing this for the past 3 years where I talk about all the products that I loved and adored and all the products that were an absolute dumpster fire. So before I get into it, if you are new here, be sure to subscribe, join this family, join the club, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. Why am I like this? But before we get started, you know it's gonna be a great video? When I got my ears on. Oh, you can barely even see them. Wait, 1 second. Much better. Okay guys, so let's jump right into the video. Woo! I can't believe I've been doing this for 3 years now. Okay, so for our first favorite, we are actually going to be diving into skincare. If you guys don't know this, I decluttered all my skincare during 2020 because I stopped caring about packaging and aesthetic, and I'm like, you know what? Really work on your skin, really embrace your natural beauty, not just let makeup cover it up. My first favorites are everything by The Ordinary. This brand has skyrocketed this year, especially because of Skincare of Hiram, because of TikTok, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. Not only has this changed my whole entire skin texture and softness and smoothness, it's just changed how I look at skincare. Better quality ingredients instead of how pretty the packaging is. So I have here The Ordinary Niacinamide and Zinc and The Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. This stuff has been a game changer. I put this on my skin every morning, every night, very light formula. And also I do like the bottle. I think it's much more easier to use. And I've learned if you put this in your hands and not directly on your face, it's actually going to absorb much more easier and get all those ingredients deep into your skin. These have definitely been a holy grail for me in 2020. Okay, so for my first 2020 flop are basically anything by Truly Beauty. You guys might recognize this brand, of course, because of TikTok. They basically look like little supplement bottles, and of course, we're all drawn to it. They have so many kinds of products, but my friends got me these, and let me just say, obviously when you open them, they remind me of the consistency of dry frosting. Honestly, I don't know if you could tell, but when I pull it out, you have to really absorb it between your fingertips. And once I do that and I rub it on, it's very rough on the skin. And it leaves your fingers looking incredibly greasy. So this was definitely not a favorite. This was the CoCo Rose Fudge with Body Butter. It says it is recyclable and cruelty-free, which led me to purchasing this brand. But in all honesty, you can find so many other body butters or just body lotions. You don't need the pretty packaging to get great results. And the other thing that I want to talk about is the Goodnight Moon Chest and Neck Sleep Mask. Of course, it looks adorable in the packaging, but the scent of grape is so strong. And of course, I have the same issue as I did with the cocoa butter. The formula is just very thick. And of course, it has that greasy, oily feeling. It's almost like I'm rubbing plastic on my body. Oh God, that was awful. Like, unless you really like the scent of grape, this is not for you. This is just not it. I'm sorry. TikTok, you gotta stop making me go broke and buying me ass products.
And speaking of TikTok, a little shameless self-promo here, you guys should go definitely follow me. I've been posting way more on there than I have been on YouTube lately. But anyways, enjoy the rest of the video.
For my next 2020 favorite, I have the FortifEYE Firming Eye Patches by Pixi. These, of course, I've been seeing like Aspen Ovard and Remy Ashton use them. And first of all, I love the coloring and the packaging. And when you open it, it comes with a lot of patches and its own spatula. So you're able to have an easy grip and they don't slip off your hands. But it does have a very sticky residue when you take them off. That's the only con I would say about these. But I love the way they feel on my skin. You could put them in the fridge so they're even colder and the formula is gonna maximize. And I don't know, I just love these. I've been using them before I put on my makeup and I feel more refreshed and awake. Okay, so for my final skincare favorite, guys, this is empty. That's how much I've used it this year. It is empty. This is the First Aid Beauty Eye Duty Niacinamide Brightening Cream. This is perfect if you have dark circles like I do. It has definitely diminished the feeling of them. I love the scent. I love the texture. It is dermatologist tested. It has no artificial fragrance and it's cruelty free. Get it. I promise you, you just have to get it. You have to get it to understand how great this eye cream is. You have to put this on like it's your religion. So yeah, I recommend Eye Duty by First Aid Beauty. Hey, that rhymed.
Yeah, no shit, honey!
Okay, last skincare favorite, I swear. Gosh. So this has probably been my most ultimate favorite thing that has come out
of 2020.
We have to talk about Supergoop. This brand I discovered about a year ago, but this year I finally decided I'm gonna test it out and see if I like it. This stuff is a game changer. It is the unseen sunscreen. And trust me, the name says it all. It is honestly a transparent sunscreen. And if you can see right here, it has more of a silicone texture. So this melts in your skin and it doesn't have that greasy or oily feeling. I put this on every day like it's my religion. I am not kidding with you. This is gonna change your life. So for primer, we have the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer Base. This stuff was just launched this year thanks to Selena Gomez and her new brand Rare Beauty. I love her message behind the brand. I love how dedicated she is to creating these products for people. But this stuff gives you a little bit of a pearlescent texture while also having a hydrated finish to your skin. So if you have very dry skin, I definitely recommend using the Illuminating Primer by Rare Beauty. So my next primer, this was my favorite, but now it's a flop. It is the Revolution Blur Stick. I saw this go viral all over TikTok. And at first I loved it because it made my skin and my pores, it basically made my pores disappear. I barely saw them. I barely had to wear any makeup over this to feel like I need a full coverage finish. But then I realized there's mica in this. And mica is very damaging not only to your beauty products, but also to your skin. And I don't know, I have not been using this as often as I used to this past year. So this is a flop. Moving on to eyeshadow primer, we have the P.LOUISE base. This stuff is an absolute game changer. Thank you to Michaela from TikTok and of course the iconic Nikki Tutorials for showing me that this is the best eyeshadow primer you will ever find. It's great for laying down the base for your eyeshadow. It makes the colors more vibrant, it lasts all day, and it really does set the blank canvas straight. Enough said about this. This has just been one of my ultimate favorites. One of my biggest flops this year has been the Hip Dots Spongebob SquarePants Nickelodeon face mask. The packaging is really cool. It reminds me a lot of course, you know, the early 2000s. All the active ingredients that are supposed to be great for your skin are at the way bottom of the list, meaning that they are not really the best for you. They're not gonna change your skin. They're not gonna hydrate it. It's not gonna do anything but just sit there. Plus, the fragrance was very high and I did not enjoy it. So yeah, don't waste your money on that. Now we are on to eyeshadow. So I actually had a lot of good palettes this year. One of them being the Colourpop Going Coconuts palette. Guys, I use this so much you can't even see the cover anymore. I just use this almost every single day. It's the perfect neutral eyeshadow palette. It has all the right shimmers, all the right cool tones, and it has a little bit of a base color, a crease color, an outer V color, and What's great about it is that you could use a wet brush or a dry brush and it's still gonna work the same way. I actually wore a little bit of it today on my eyes. The Going Coconuts palette by Colourpop is definitely a 2020 must-have. So another one of my eyeshadow favorites actually has been something I was gonna post in 2020, but I actually didn't end up doing it. I reviewed the Hit Dot SpongeBob SquarePants Bikini Bottom palette.
I was just looking for the sports channel, Gary.
This palette is very fun. I love the packaging of how it has this chromy finish to it. It has the characters on the front, so it's very pleasing to the eye. And when you open it, the colors are very vibrant. There's a lot of shimmers and a lot of mattes. This is great for summertime, and the shades are pretty pigmented, I must admit myself. And what's great about this collection is that it is very affordable, and it is actually not sold out yet, so I'll definitely put a link down below so you can get your hands on the Hit Dot SpongeBob SquarePants collection. Okay, so my first palette flop, I'm gonna get so much
Hate?
from this. It is the very popular Hocus Pocus Gather Around Sisters eyeshadow palette. I was so excited about this. Everyone was. It sold out like crazy. First of all, like, look how adorable the packaging is. Love it. It's beautiful. It has this really cool texture to it. And when you open it, it just didn't wow me. It just looks like every other ordinary eyeshadow palette. Plus, some of the colors weren't as pigmented as they seem in the palette, and some of the shades were very chalky when I put them on my eyes. I wore this palette actually when I went to a winery during the month of October to go see Hocus Pocus, and it did not last the entire night. I love Colourpop. They make really amazing makeup. This just wasn't it. Look, if you do end up loving it, you may as well keep it. But this was not worth it. My next big favorite of 2020 has been the Jeffree Star Cremated palette. Guys, this is every goth girl's dream. The shades, the packaging, the fact that his freaking face is on here, it's just amazing, guys. It's just honestly amazing. And what I also love about it is that, yes, it might be a very dark eyeshadow palette, but the colors pay off, and every single one has a different type of texture and finish. And even the shade names are hilarious. I honestly just love this palette so much. I used it a ton during Halloween. And for my Wednesday Addams photo shoot, I used this. For my Halloween costume, I use this because these are very opaque and are perfect for all kinds of looks. So yeah, get your hands on it. So my favorite shade out of the whole palette is called Angel of Death. Well, one, because it's dark. And second of all, because it has these little emerald flexes inside the shade, and it is very pigmented. It does not fade away. Just look at that. Like, look at that. That's amazing. My next eyeshadow favorite, it's not really an eyeshadow. This is a UV brightening palette. This is great if you want to use black light or if you want to use ultra bright colors. It comes in this cute little palette. I'm not going to test them right now, but I'll put up a picture of what I used it on my hand. These are so pigmented, and they do come in a lot of other colors besides these 5. And you can find these on Morphe.com, and they were having a great deal on Black Friday. So I scored one of these. It looks like a little paint tray, like the ones you would get in grade school. It comes with this little brush. It's very, very thin, but you could use whatever brush you want. You just mix a little bit of water within these shades, and they will come off with this watercolory texture, and it's so easy to work with, and they're a lot of fun. Okay, so for the final eyeshadow palette, I'm really sad about saying this one, but it's by Beauty Bakery, and before I say anything, Beauty Bakery makes great products. Their packaging is to die for. It's all bakery themed. It's an indie brand, and I just love that. This palette was not it. It's the Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed palette. This palette had so much fallout after one use. There's still a lot on there. But even the shades, I'm just not impressed with it. It looks like any other palette out there that could make shades like these. I must admit, the shade names are kind of cute, like Fresh Face, Cuddle Cakes, Forehead Kisses, but what the heck is Boo in the View? Who names a shade Boo and the View? Sounds like some kind of rhyme or some kind of rap lingo. But I must admit the packaging is very cute. It has like coffee and like a half-eaten waffle. It has this really lace detailed napkin, almost like you want to eat breakfast in bed. But I just wasn't a fan of it. It just wasn't paid off for, so I'm sorry, Beauty Bakery. Okay, so for eyeliner this year, my eyeliner flop, it is the L'Oreal Paris Super Slim Liquid Eyeliner. The Infallible Liquid Eyeliner, I'm sorry. So this was very popular for a while and I decided to get it in the grade shade. It does not pay off well at all. I legit have to push so hard to get color. And it's not even that much of a great payoff. It fades away so easily and it's not even that nice of a color. I wanted to do it just to try something different because, you know, black can come off as pretty harsh sometimes. This just wasn't it. This just wasn't it. Plus, it dried out very, very fast. I had to actually take a tweezer, pull the tip out, re-put it back in, and then resurface it. So yeah, this, goodbye. But one of my faves this year were actually these. I really do not know what they're called, but they're glitter liquid liners. You could buy these off Amazon. They come in a pack of 20 in every single color. And they are very, very pigmented. And they do have such a great payoff, whether you add in some sparkle adhesive or not. It's called Hindavian. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. But yeah, these are definitely a great investment if you want to get more creative with your looks. Guys, surprisingly this year, I've gone through a lot of mascara. I was just on this train, just trying to test out things. So we got a few to review. My first flop is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. Every YouTuber hyped this up. I do not know why. The packaging is really cool, but it's like, see, it comes apart. And then when you take it apart, it looks like any other mascara you can find in your drugstore. So obviously it's just a coating. It's a lie. It smells it smells like chemicals. But even the wand, it looks like any other ordinary wand. There's nothing special about it. And it didn't do anything for me because the shape is so straight, it's not going to grab on my lashes. And this is made more so if you have very thin lashes because the formula is so thick. I look like I have spider eyes and nobody wants that. Yet again, it may not work for me, but this could work for you. My next favorite, this is probably one of my favorite products of all time. I've used this a ton. It is the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. Guys, this stuff makes my lashes look amazing, and it is probably the least expensive mascara I've ever purchased in my entire life. And the payoff is great. They have a regular formula, they have a waterproof formula. It gives you like a false lash effect. So I don't know if you could see, but the wand, it goes from longer to more shorter bristles. So it's able to grab all your even lashes at a certain pace. I definitely recommend the Essence Lash Princess. My next favorite is actually a NARS mascara. It is the NARS Climax Extreme. First of all, this packaging is so cool. It feels very modern. And when you open it, obviously it's a very thick wand, so it's gonna easily grab onto the lashes. And this lasts me the entire day. It did not flake a single bit. I love this. One of my coworkers actually recommended it to me, so shout out to you, Erin. And sadly, this one I really wanted to like. This is the Fenty Beauty Full Volume Lift and Curl Mascara. Everyone was talking about it. Jaclyn Hill made me buy this. I thought I was gonna love it because of how she talked about it, how she applied it. Because look how thin the brush is, but it also has these thick little bristles on the opposite side. So you're able to go around your lashes instead of just going in upward motion. I just didn't like the formula on my lashes, and they flaked a lot. I do love the packaging though. I think it's very cool. I like the gradiency with the black towards the rose gold. And of course it's Rihanna. You gotta love everything she does. This just wasn't it. It was not it. Okay, so I do have one favorite bronzer for this year. So it is the Tarte Breezy Cream Bronzer. It comes with really cool packaging. I don't know what it was. It reminds me of like Barbie or Polly Pocket packets. Like those little compact packets. And when you open it, it has like a cute little mirror. This one is in the shade Seashell. And I love the payoff on my skin. It doesn't feel as drying and it doesn't feel as heavy as usually some cream bronzers do. I like using powders. I like using heavy cream formulas, especially when it's winter, because the weather is already so heavy on my skin. But yeah, this has definitely been such a must-have. Another one of my favorites have been these. These are the Feeling Euphoric Mini Glitterly Obsessed Press Pigment Glitters. I got this for my birthday present for my mom and dad, and this is just glitter wonderland. It has every shade of glitter you could think of. I feel like I'm in Euphoria. I feel like Zendaya. And all the names are really cute, like You're a Firework, Make It Rain, Feel Good, Glam Rock, and Vogue. And they are easy to use just by itself or with obviously a... They're easy to use with a glitter adhesive or whatnot. I just love these so much. I just love them so much. Obviously, you all know I love Tarte blushes, but I always stick to one shade of pink and don't really expand to other horizons until I found this one. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Dazzled. It has a little bit of glitter flexes inside of it, and obviously I'm not the biggest fan of glittery blushes. I just love how this one pays off on me, and it looks more natural. It doesn't look as rosy as I like them to be. Next, we have highlighter. This is the Jeffree Star Supreme Frost in the shade Diamond Wet. Okay guys, this packaging, it's killer. Like, he kills it every time. What's great about this is that you could drop this on the ground and it's not gonna shatter, it's not gonna break. This just has such like a wet texture to it. Like, it feels like my sun is just it just feels like my skin is just sunbathing in this. Now, an underrated favorite highlighter of mine has been the Glow Milk by the Beauty Crop. This kind of reminds me of the Jeffree Star liquid highlighters, but this one has a really interesting formula. It has coconut and argan oil in it, so it's much more softer to the skin and less harsh, because usually with liquid highlighters, your skin can get very dry and start crackling, but it has this little drop formula and it comes out like this. Plus, the packaging came like a little milk bottle. It was really cute, and I'm actually wearing it on my cheeks today. So yeah, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. Another flop for this year has been the BH Cosmetics Dropped Up Gorgeous Glitter Blood. I paid $12 for this little guy, and it's legit just red glitter in a tube. Like, I could just buy cheaper stuff at the dollar store. This is not worth $12. It's a waste of money, and that's it. For liquid lipstick this year, my favorite has been the Rare Beauty liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Courage. I am actually wearing it on my lips today. It's such a light formula. It dries very fast. It doesn't dry out my lips though, which is another good sign. And what's really cool about this is the wand is so easy to work with. It has this clear transparency to it, but it has such a nice applicator. It could cover everything. I would say check out their other shades too, because they're also very natural looking. Okay guys, I promise, I got a few more products left to go. This used to be a favorite, but then it turned into a flop. It's the Glossier lip gloss. Obviously, it's very popular all over the internet, all over Instagram and TikTok. I used to love it and use this all the time. It's just so thick with like 3 C's. And when I put this on alone, you know, smack my lips together, I feel like my lips are going in slow motion. It's another level of tackiness I didn't even know existed. But if you do like that formula, go right ahead. This was just too much for me. It wasn't enough. So my last favorite of 2020, I talked about this in my quarantine favorites video, were the Ultimate Beauty Juice Infused Lip Oils. They, again, are lip smackers for adults. I have the shades Sweet Rose and Cranberry Pomegranate. They just smell like candy and they're so easy to work with. They do give you a little pop of color without being so overbearing, and they're hydrating to the lips. I feel like I'm a kid again. Like, just give you a little bit of color to get your whole look together. And they do come in a lot of other scents too, so it's not just these two. Get your hands on these. Get your hands on them before they sell out. So there you have it. Those were my 2020 faves and flops. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment below on what you want to see next in the year 2021. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next time. And please continue staying safe, staying positive, and washing your hands. And I'll see you next time. My beauty coma is out of here.